show, everyone, and it's Friday. I can't even believe it's Friday. And we're going to have fun talking here about what other people do, and that's what I do on this show. We're live on Facebook, so I do want to say hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We will share the show later on. Listen up, especially anybody that has knee problems right now. My first guest I have with me, Dr. Elisa Wasserman, and she has with him her husband, who is Dr. Kurt Cassidy. They're owners of Gilbert Physical Medicine. You got to tell everybody a little bit about yourselves. You've been around for a long time. Get up on those mics so everybody can hear you, and tell everybody a little bit about yourselves and what you do.
So my name is Dr. Elisa Wasserman, and I founded Gilbert Physical Medicine back in 1995. So we've been doing this a very long time. We are natural pain management doctors. We are both chiropractors, and we have a physical medicine practice. So we are medically integrated, which means that we do medical procedures as well. We have a full-time PA. One of our specialties is regenerative medicine, and we have amazing results working with any type of knee problems, arthritis, sprain strains, sports injuries. We work with the body, which allows the procedures that we do allow the body to heal itself.
And so I want to talk about regenerative medicine, right? Because that encompasses quite a bit. You said you do the body,
Yes.
right? So somebody that's listening right now, if they had an issue with any part of their body when it comes to, let's say, pain, right? Is it mostly pain that they come to you for?
Mostly pain from different types of injuries, or as patients get older, of course, we start degenerating, so a lot of arthritic conditions. Sometimes previous injuries when we had in our younger years come back to haunt us.
Absolutely. Tell us about it, right? Now, they've been doing this since 1995. I want to get out some information about you. You are located in Gilbert, and you do free consultations with people. I want them to hear this, because some people think that when it comes to, right away, it's not just chiropractic at all. I want to get that out completely, that it is medically integrated, so they do both, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
Go ahead. And I want to talk about your free consultations.
Yes, so not everybody is a candidate for the different types of procedures that we specialize in the practice. So we do a complete complimentary consultation. We will get a full history on the patient, and that will allow us to determine our next steps. If it looks like what we do can be helpful to the patient, then the next step typically is to take some x-rays.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to open up the lines of the audience, okay?
Right.
And I'm going to, because you're offering something for everybody, and I want to do that right away so I can say it over and over and over again for people to hear.
Awesome.
And that is, it is a consultation, but it comes along with a knee x-ray. Now, let me explain something. You have to be a candidate for these things. So the only way you're going to find out is if you have a consultation with them. So, but if you, or it's someone that you know that's dealing, how about you people out there that have been playing pickleball and fallen and have hurt yourself? I bet it's huge, right?
Yes.
But old injuries, does it matter how old?
No, not typically.
Mm-hmm.
No, because a lot of these injuries started from high school, right?
Yeah.
Especially, a lot of men, football, and high school injuries, right? And all of a sudden they're finding themselves 40s, 50s, 60s, and it doesn't get better on its own. That's for
doesn't.
sure.
And also, the other thing is arthritis. You get older, We know this. We've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win. You're getting the consultation, but it comes along with a free complimentary knee x-ray. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. They're 5-star rated on Google, so that's really cool that we want people to know that as well. Their website is gilbertphysicalmedicine.com, so you can check them out there. You can also call them direct. It's 480-545-0000, or call in here, get entered in to win. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone that you know. That's what networking is all about. And we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win. It's a consultation that comes along with a complimentary knee x-ray. You have to find out whether you're a candidate. So our number here is 602-277-5369. How does regenerative medicine work? Go ahead. Somebody. Which one?
Go ahead, you.
So regenerative medicine is a bit different than traditional medicine in the respect that when you have an injury, that injury will typically inflame first for the body to start to heal itself. After a little while, that inflammation really just becomes perpetual, and that's why people take anti-inflammatories, ibuprofen, medications to bring down that inflammation. Well, what we can do is actually deliver the regenerative medicine into the knee joint. It's an injection-based therapy. It gets attracted to the inflammation and starts building new tissue on top of that inflammation. So it actually puts out the inflammation fire, as well as builds that damaged tissue and fills up the gaps basically, and gives you a new life on that joint, which it's pretty spectacular actually in the way it works.
Thus regenerative.
Yes.
Right? Because now you're not just putting in medicine. You're now that medicine, if I'm hearing correctly, it now takes the tissue and rebuilds itself, or how do you say that?
It gives it a new chance at life.
A new chance at
And
life.
it wouldn't be a medicine per se.
What do you call it?
So we call it's regenerative medicine. So it is a completely natural product.
Okay, all natural.
It's all natural.
That's important. So
Yeah,
it's
it
all
is
natural
it
because
is
everybody wants that.
Yes.
So so when what does a consultation look like? Say come in, they're going to sit down with you. What are the typical questions, and how do they know that they're going to be a candidate?
So we get a complete history on the patient.
Mm-hmm.
An absolute complete history. Somebody that's already had a knee replacement, let's say, that's not a candidate, right? That knee is already
You don't need it.
You don't need it,
Mhm.
right? But we need to get a complete history. Like, what is the story with this patient? How long has this been going on for? What have they done? What is their overall health and wellness? Somebody's weight, somebody that's morbidly obese doesn't respond well. It's too much weight on that joint, right?
Mhm.
It is just too much. So we have to really get the complete history, look at the patient, and determine. We want it to be successful, right? We have phenomenal results. We do need to, of course, screen our patients and make sure that they're gonna get great results.
Absolutely. They are 5-star rated on Google, and you could check them out on their website. It's gilbertphysicalmedicine.com, and you can call them. Their phone number is 480-545-0000. They always do complimentary consultations for people. They do need to talk to you. They've been here since 1995 helping people with their pain, especially their pain. And we're talking about now regenerative medicine. It's all natural. This is important. They want you to know that. And they have our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win. It's a complimentary consultation, and it comes along with a complimentary knee x-ray. They have to find out, are you a candidate? And our number here, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show, our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free is 1-866-536-1100. You say, before we go to a break, you've got excellent results. I want you to talk about some of them. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. The patients that we qualify for this treatment, they typically are more performance and function based, and meaning they want their knee to work good so they can be active and do their things.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes a big difference between taking a pill for something and having that pain just kind of diminish for a little while, and actually regenerating the knee and getting them back to what they love doing.
Wow, so that you can actually have fun in life.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah,
Right?
That's what it's all about, right?
So, but it's any age, obviously.
Yes.
We know a lot of people who are older, but certainly any age somebody could have hurt themselves, in a sports injury, right?
We treat high school kids all the way, all the way to seniors.
All the way up.
All the way
of
up.
course, us seniors, we're getting older. And the regenerative part about this, the main thing to know is also that it's all natural. We've got our lines open here, and everyone's getting entered in to win. It's a free knee x-ray to find out, are you a candidate? 602-277-5369. We're going to keep on talking in this room right now, okay? I need you to talk into that mic and talk up to it as much as you can.
Okay.
You talk low and you're talking back, so it's a little bit but I want to talk, we are live on Facebook, so we're still live in this room, okay? And I want to ask you, and when we're done, I can tell you kind of my thoughts and this and that and the other thing. What would be for you, what we're going to talk a little bit about, obviously everybody wants to know results. How long, when they do it, what's the downtime, number one?
There really is no downtime.
So no downtime.
No, it's an injection-based therapy. So they come into the office. It's outpatient. They get the injection. We do have them avoid anti-inflammatory medications for some days leading up to the actual treatment and afterward, because, like I said, the product actually is attracted to inflammation, and it will put a cover over that inflammation. So it does act as a natural anti-inflammatory, much as a medication would, like an anti-inflammatory, but it's natural, and it allows the body to actually take that medication or that product, and it fills in the gap where that inflammation is causing that friction in the joint. So it makes them more lubricated surface. And that's important, just like when you're working with any mechanics, is you have to have lubrication with
It's all about lubrication.
It's all about lubrication. You get those two friction plates, and you put some space in between them, you put that lubrication in, and then you have a knee that no longer needs those anti-inflammatories because it's not producing the friction that is associated with that, or that causes that.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that when we get back, okay?
For sure.
Do you like what we're doing here?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll talk afterwards. My thoughts. What you're hearing here are all the people that like the commercials from me, that when they're here, they on my show, they are on, they hear commercials as well. There's a lot of things I offer. I'm not talking, I'm just wanting you to know that my show is all my show. It's a whole hour of all my show, practically all of it, which is very unusual. So I'll tell you what I mean afterwards, but it's very unusual. Go ahead. There's a lot of them. We are talking knees right now, and at the break I love to talk to Facebook land out there, but you know, one of the things that I said, they were talking a little bit about lubrication and what it all takes when you get older and what you need and what those knees need, and we said it's all about the lubrication, and that was kind of funny, so I thought I would repeat that. And so I want you to also explain what you were saying at the break. Go ahead.
So what I was saying at the break is the way that this product works is these knees typically will have minor scratches or tears in the actual cartilage, and that's what causes the arthritis and the pain and the swelling and inflammation. So when we put the product in, it fills in those gaps in the rough surface of the joint, and it creates lubrication in the joint on both sides. So it gives you some cushioning in that joint. It renews the life of that cartilage, and in doing that, there's no longer really a need for anti-inflammatory medications just to reduce pain. It's actually taking care of it because it fixes what's caused the inflammation and the pain to begin with. And that's where regenerative medicine really shines, because it does give new life to that joint. You create more years, more life, more vitality to that joint, instead of just covering up the symptom of inflammation and pain.
And what they're using on you is all natural. That's another thing that
Correct.
we want to talk about. It is all natural, important for people to know. They've been here since 1995, and they're located in Gilbert. Their website is gilbertphysicalmedicine.com. You can call them. They do complimentary consultations. Their phone number is 480-45. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Let me say that again. 480-545-0000. That's 480-545-0000. They're 5-star rated on Google, and we've got our lines open here. What they want is for you to find out, are you a candidate? Because it starts off with that, to know, are you a candidate or not? So they're going to give you a free consultation, and it's going to come along with a complimentary x-ray, whether it's for you or someone that you know. And it's an x-ray, it's a knee x-ray. We're talking knees today. So our number here is 602 277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100, and I'm letting everyone call throughout the rest of the show for it. Now, I asked you also, what's the downtime, and what did you say?
There is no downtime.
There's no downtime. That's awesome. So they can walk out feeling new?
Absolutely.
Well, wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah,
What else? Go ahead.
We do ask that the day of the procedure of the injection, they just need to take it easy. They don't need to, they don't need to lay in bed. They don't
It's
need
not
to
a
lay
good
around.
idea to go
But
play
no,
pickleball
exactly.
on
So-
the day that you're
exactly.
trying to fix things.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so but I do want to ask you though, let's say somebody do they actually feel, feel better
They
after
can
it's
walk out of
done?
the office and feel better.
So, okay, how long is the procedure?
Minutes. The
Okay.
actual procedure is minutes. It's an injection. The prep time in it is, the appointment itself will take about 45 minutes.
Okay, so the main part of it is really all finding out if you're a candidate in
That's
the
the
first
important.
place.
Not everybody qualifies, and the people that do qualify, this is why we have our 5-star reviews, because we do screen people, and it's we don't want to waste anybody's time or money here. Our objective is to truly help people.
Right.
So if they qualify for our type of care, and we know it's going to benefit them, then we will accept them as a patient. But if not, we'll let them know that as well.
Do people generally, when they come in for their consultation and their x-ray, do they usually do it right then and there, or do they have to come back, or how does that work?
There's been times that we have done it right on the spot. Yeah, it can be done that same day. Sometimes we'll take an x-ray and we take some time to study it. It just depends on how complex the knee condition is.
And so, again, we want to make sure that people understand. If you have already had like a knee replacement, you don't need it. Okay? You're not even going to bother. But
Yeah.
the person who's that person? Let's talk about the typical one that is a candidate.
Well, there's a wide range of people who do qualify, from the sports player, teenager, all the way up to a senior. Really what determines it is the weight of the patient is important. If your knees constantly have to hold your body weight and your
I'm going to ask something about that,
obese.
because that's the second time you're at that. I
Yeah.
want to ask you, obviously that's important,
It's
right?
important. Yeah.
So somebody comes in there and you tell them, you know what, listen, I'm sorry, but can they lose the weight and
For
then
sure.
come back? Do you help them with that?
100%.
We have
What do you do? You don't want to just turn them away. So what do you usually do?
Right, we have programs for that as well.
That's
So-
what I want to know. Let's talk
Yes.
about it, sir. Go ahead, doctor.
So why don't you take? We have a great weight loss programs. We have natural weight loss programs, and we have medication-assisted weight loss programs. And some people do have to utilize those programs before they actually get the knee treatment. But it's not the vast majority. A lot of people that qualify for our knee treatment, they can do it right away, and they get great results.
And what they want you to know is that they are medically integrated. Again, tell them what that means.
Our practice is all natural medicine based. So we are chiropractors. We have a medical staff in our office, and we have for a decade now. What that means is we can run the gamut of all things natural, and if it comes to a point of where we need to use medications or other things, we can also do that. So it gives us a wide spectrum of people that we can help and people that we can really get their life back instead of just throwing medications at them.
And are they natural medications?
Some of them are,
Most-
some of them aren't.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it just depends.
It just depends.
But what they're putting you on this injection is
For sure.
all natural, and they want you to know that, and it's 100%. So we've got our lines open here, and I'm letting everyone call throughout the rest of the show. Maybe it's you, or maybe it's someone that you know. We all know somebody who's limping around, and it's because of their knees or what have you. And we've got our lines open here for you to get entered into, and we've got the consultation that's going to come along with a complimentary knee x-ray. And so our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100, and I'm letting everyone call throughout the rest of the show for it. So is this how long does it last? Is it forever?
Well,
Can be.
yeah.
How does it can be? When you say that, what does that mean? Come on.
Well, it's like anything else. I mean, if we start to regenerate that knee, and you have the lubrication again, and the knee's good, you have a good alignment, you're in good health, you're active, it's going to last just as long as your original knee did, right? But if you do things to re-injure that joint, then no, it's not going to last as long. You're going to re-injure it.
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't make it bulletproof. but it makes it as close to a normal knee joint as possible. So,
And it does also depend on what shape is your knee in starting, right? Because we have mild, moderate, and severe,
Okay.
right? If we're treating somebody mild to moderate, those results are going to last a very long time than somebody that we're starting off that's severe already.
Right, but here's the thing. I mean, obviously, you know, you do want to get back. This is what your whole point is, for everybody to be able to get back to your life, which is important. Obviously, you're going to be, if you're going to be playing that pickleball, right? Depending on how much you play or how long you're going to play afterwards, right? Is that kind of the way it goes?
well, it depends on your. We also go through this in the program as well,
Right.
but it's a lot to talk about. But biomechanics and your postures, your performance, how you do certain moves. There's retrainings that can happen that will minimize the risk of injury, which is ultimately what we want to do. When your knee's feeling good and you're 100%, here's how you don't injure it again. Right?
So do you do that?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the question. Okay, so now I love when they tell me 2 minutes before they're done. Okay, so basically what you're saying is you have a program
Absolutely.
that will help them make it last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm hearing. So what does that look like?
Well, I think it's somebody's overall health and wellness as well, right? It's different. Somebody that is living their life on fast food compared to somebody that's eating more whole food in general, right?
Okay.
Because it's in medication. Is somebody on a whole lot of medication? Is somebody not on any medication? So we really need to look at the entire body, the whole person, and that's going to help us determine their long-term results as well.
Right, and so, but they have a program for you
Absolutely.
to keep that going on as long as possible so that you can enjoy your life as well. And so they've been here since 1995. This is no downtime and it's all natural. That's what I love about it, is it's all natural. And I know so many people out there, especially those pickleball players. Oh my God, the older folks, they love the game, but then something happens, they fall, they go backwards and they fall, right?
Oh yeah, we
Yes.
see a lot of pickleball injuries in
Right, but
practice.
it can be anybody
Yes.
that, let's say you're younger and you've been in sports or you had a sports injury that has, and we're talking knees today. I know you do all body, but today they are talking knees. And you can check them out on their website. It is gilbertphysicalmedicine.com. You can call them. They do consultations for everybody, free consultations. It's 480-545-0000. They're 5-star rated on Google. And we're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show to get that complimentary consultation along with a free knee x-ray. Find out if you're a candidate. 602-277-5369.
Cool.